don't let nobody in my place because I got too darn much stuff in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's too dangerous, I told you. Well, you can see.
Yeah, I know. We could spend a whole day.
My house is over there.
Okay.
And I've been collecting here since I retired in 2002.
What are some of your collections? Like, what do you collect?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything?
Nothing in particular.
No, I love guns.
Okay.
Especially. And artifacts. I pick agates and do things like that.
Oh.
Yeah. When I was young and I had my first family, I started when I was 18. We got married both when we were young, and we had a child, and our Christmas money was made by trapping. Our Halloween money or money in that time of year, Thanksgiving time, was ricing and school clothes. And then in the spring we trapped beaver, and then when we trapped beaver, I'd go for Easter and things, Easter bonnets and what have you, so.
Yeah.
It was a part of our income.
Yeah.
And I was a construction worker for quite a while, until I was 65, and then I started at the paper mill. I was there for 38 years.
Wow.
Any of us can do anything we want if we just try,
Yeah.
It's out there for us, so all we have to do is seek it, go for it. I pulled all day yesterday, and I mean, we went steady.
Tell me how many hours you pulled yesterday.
6.
6 hours, and how many pounds did you get?
219.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Really good rice. It's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since I was 16, so.
And did you paid for your first car? Is that what you told me?
Part of it, yeah. Yeah, my first good car, yeah.
With
It was
ricing.
a 52 Ford, yep. I think I paid $400, so that was a lot of money back then.
For sure.
My first car was a Model A, the one I caught with gophers.
Yeah.
It was a cool rig.
You still have them around here?
Gophers?
The cars.
No, I sold those years ago. Yeah,
Oh my
Liz,
goodness.
and she's a baby. And he's my best buddy of all the dogs. Oh yeah, you can't stand it. Sam, how about meet the crew here?
Good morning.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good. I'm
Good.
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn,
So good
pleased to meet you.
And this is my husband.
Hunter.
Hunter?
Yep.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to
Hunter.
meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had an amazing day yesterday. We went out with some members of the Leech Lake band,
Okay.
and I went ricing for the first time, and one of the partners backed out, and so they were like, "Can you pole?" And I was like, "I'll try."
Did you?
So I did,
Oh,
and we
good.
spent 5 hours out there, and it was hard work, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh,
It was really cool.
It is hard work.
I'm proud that she didn't tip the boat over.
Well, yeah, because most of the time,
New polars tip over.
That's what they said, but I think all the years of doing yoga paid off my balance.
Might have been. We haven't had time to work on it because we come in and he's got a vegetable garden. I told you he raises vegetables and stuff.
yeah, stocking tomatoes this morning again.
Oh my
They
goodness.
wiped me about out yesterday again.
Did they? Good.
Yeah.
When does the first frost hit?
Any day.
And
Really?
With the full moon, yeah.
We have a philosophy about the full moon. The first full moon in September can bring frost. And if it get by that, we usually make it to the next full moon in October. Not always, but most of the time. So that's the way it works.
But when we get cloudy weather, then it don't frost.
Well, we best get to going right.
Yeah, we don't
I
want
think
to.
so. Got some of them basswood nuts in a can in there.
Yeah, we're going to show you those.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if they're the right thing. I think we got it. Does that look like them?
Yes. Those are the basswood. Basswood and bullets.
Bullets. Don't get no better than that. Only thing you could do better than that's throwing a good chick. See? Basswood bullets and a good chick. You got her made, man. We're a crazy bunch, aren't we?
I love
But
it.
we enjoy life.
I love it. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Look.
that's what it's all about, you know.
Yeah.
Well, follow us up there.
Okay. Man, the flora is so pretty.
Get ready for a long ride. It's going to be chilly out
Yeah,
there.
it's going to be chilly out there this morning, Sam. It will be. If the weather holds for us, we'll be out here till 3 o'clock. So.
It is cold. It's cold out here. The temperature is just dropping. It's going to be doubly hard work today. with this strong, strong wind.
Crazy out here today, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, real quick, tell us how the rice went today.
We ended up with 108 pounds.
Okay.
It was very windy and very rough, and we got our canoe into the landing back in, motored out, motored in. It was a tough day picking because the rice was laying down because of the heavy wind. So we didn't do as well as we'd like to, but we still got 100 pounds, which is
Yeah.
pretty good at $6 a pound.
Yeah.
So that's $600, and we did that in 5 hours. We're back at 2, so that's pretty good. You see something around here you got questions about, just
Okay.
ask. But I've got a big collection of stuff in here. I mean, I come up with some of the darndest stuff sometimes. I don't have sense enough not to buy because it's a good deal. I own it.
Got some nice rose hips. See, I noticed the plants. I noticed the plants. It looks like Aurelia, maybe.
I don't know. He came from a sawmill down by Brainerd.
You have your
Plumful.
phone on you? We
I'll
can take
show
a
you
picture.
later. Was that you?
Yeah,
that
I
was her
said
guess.
Aurelia. Got it.
Aurelia.
Spikenard.
Spikenard.
Now, we got to write her down.
Now you know.
A-R. We had to spell it too, and I'm not a good speller, but it looks like you did a good job on that one.
Welcome to Ashland's Plant Walk at Vernon's Estate.
The guy from Cohasset told my son, if you come get this truck, I'll give it to you, but you got to take what's in the back.
Okay.
So I opened up the top. It had a top rung. Opened up the top, and it was plumb full of 8-foot fluorescent bulbs, which are hard to get rid of. Went down there and I give them some tires, and you're allowed 4 tires here and what have you. And I said to them, I got some fluorescent bulbs. There's about a dozen in the back here. He said, that's fine, we'll take them. I said, well, I tell you what, I got a whole bunch more over at the barn, and I don't know what to do with them. Well, he said, we can't take any more than a dozen. I said, are you sure? Yeah, he said, pretty sure. I said, well, I got about 500 acres. I suppose I could bury them someplace. He says, oh, we don't want that happening. He says, bring them down here. He said, we'll get rid of them.
Ah.
So he took the whole load, and I got the truck for free.
Oh my gosh.
And now you're gonna be amazed at a couple things here. I have a friend, his name is Tom Cooljoule. And right here's some stuff that you're gonna have to see. He is what is known as a flint napper. Do you have any idea what a flint napper is?
A flint napper. I know flint is used to start fires, right?
Well, they use it for that, and they use it for making arrowheads. Native Americans used it. So he pulls right in here when I didn't have all this stuff in the way, and he parked right here. And he said, I'm driving a Suburban, and all of a sudden he said, somebody in the back seat said, you need to become a flint napper. He said, I whipped my head around, and there's nobody in the back seat.
Oh.
I said, well, it's pretty obvious to me that you've got a God-given talent. That's something you need to do. And my house as big as could be. And we've been the tightest friends ever since, you know. I'll show you a couple pieces of his work. Well, here's a start. There's an
Wow.
arrowhead that he made.
The coloring is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a special flint from down in Missouri. He sent me this glass, and he made these out of them.
Oh, wow.
There's 2 out of the blue and there's 2 out of the green. Now, if you really think that's something, I'll show you something that's outstanding. This is half of a mountain lion's head,
Okay, I see it now. I saw the eye.
half of it. See it?
Yeah.
And the handle on it is a mountain lion's front leg. And the blade is Brazilian agate. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that would be a good mushroom hunting knife.
Oh yeah. Look at that thing. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, hold it up to the light. You can kind of see.
Oh, you can see right
Yeah,
through
there
it.
you go.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I showed this to a guy that worked for Enbridge, the company that's got the big pipeline going through the country up here.
Okay.
In fact, they went through my property. I got their hats and everything else.
No way. So we were talking about this case because Wild Rice was named as a plaintiff
Mm-hmm.
in that case, which was very groundbreaking.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that because They avoided going through the reservations because there was conflict with the Indians. They didn't want it going through. So they rerouted it and brought it through me down here. And in the process, they left me with a nice check.
Really?
Which I appreciated very much. And several hats. And a nice clover field that we're going to go through.
Okay.
Grab those life preservers, will you?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to set these in the shed so I don't lose them. I cracked the door on it. But look at the X's.
Wow.
And I mean, I do a lot of them. Isn't that something? Huh?
What?
I fit the handles on them and do all the work on them. And you'll probably never see another one like this. It looks like it's in upside down. It's not, it's made that way. That's the way the handle was made. And then I collect the Aladdin lamps. I got about 80 of those.
I love lighting fixtures, antique
Well, look
lighting
at those.
fixtures.
Look at those up there. You
Yeah.
didn't see those up on the shelf.
Wow.
Glass shades on them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those.
Yeah.
I got some real dandies around here. So. One of my things, I'm into all kinds of stuff, so it's just the way I am. I have multiple units around here for storage, as you can see. And then, birdhouses. You like birds?
Yes.
Like birdhouses?
Yes.
Which one you like best?
Oh, you are so sweet. I don't think we have room.
Well, you better find room because you see what it says on top? Minnesota,
Yes.
license plates.
That's wonderful.
Might have to adopt you.
Yeah, please. Please.
Is that okay?
Yes.
I like it.
I need a
I'll
grant.
have to fight you for it.
This is where I store my wild rice in here. There's 30 pails, 5-gallon pails full back there. This is where I bag and do my stuff right here.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
your
there's
scale.
about 800 pounds in here and 5 of this. I got about 1,400 pounds of finished rice on hand.
Wow.
So that's kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own aspect on rice. you know.
Right. That's what we're finding. Everybody has their own like methodology.
Went to the amethyst mine up there, and we mined there for 3 days. And we came back, me and a good friend of mine, came back and we had about 10 pails full of it.
Wow.
And the guy at the border crossing says, well, what'd you get in Canada? What were you doing in Canada? We said, went up to hunt amethyst. And my partner says, we got about 3 tons, and we're in a little Jeep. He said, oh, get out of here. Anyway, we went across the border. The guy said, there's no way you could have 3 tons. We had about a ton.
Are there restrictions on
Well,
it?
they charge to go across the border. And this old guy says, you ain't got no 3 tons. Get going. Glad you had fun. Isn't that something?
Yes.
We're not going to pick tomatoes until we get back.
Okay.
We'll look at the cemetery first.
I'm getting a good collection of stuff.
Well, good. See, that's what happens when you come see me. Whatever you see around here, you can take pictures of if you want, you know.
Okay, thank you. An old cash register?
You'll see some weird stuff around here, so. Filming as we go, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Propane, which is a 1,000-gallon tank, so there's 500 in there.
We need that for our greenhouse.
And then I got a few snowmobiles. Like I told you, there's 80-some vehicles here. If you start looking around, you see them all over. There's a 38 Ford right there. That's the oldest one I got.
Whoa. 1938?
Yep. Right here. Yep.
That's a 1938 Ford. Wow.
And this is a 100,000 kilowatt generator.
What's that?
That's a boiler, a wood boiler, wood-fired boiler. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And there's some iron along here. Of course, I'm an iron dealer, so you'd never guess I'd have some iron. A lot of stuff back here, huh? We haven't seen nothing yet.
Is that a concrete mixer on a train?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you can pull it around and then
Yep.
you would turn it?
Yep. Right. And this is where Enbridge went with the pipeline. Back here.
Oh.
They're on this side of those highline poles. The easement runs over to the woods over here. Into the woods we go.
all the beautiful asters.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them, isn't there?
Gorgeous.
Now we're going back toward the cemetery. There's 5 graves back there right now. Only one there's one person missing, that's me. I'm still running around. They haven't figured out how to get me yet. Me and my younger son built this fence around this cemetery. This is all surrounded by lake. The whole thing here. This is on a peninsula. So, pretty interesting, huh?
Wow, this is so, like, serene and...
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
My wife, who's buried over here, her name was Susan, she came in here after she'd been injured. We looked at it and she said, this is just like heaven. And when she was dying of cancer, she said, I want to be buried back on the 80 back there.
That was sweet.
I get a tear in my eye about that. It was done. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
See, God comes to us in many ways. So, she's buried right here. She died in '89. You can take pictures of that. There's mine. Missing a date, isn't it? What's the matter with this guy? Still hanging around here.
Still taking care of the place.
I am. Yes, I am. I loved her dearly. She was a good woman. She and I had 2 children. And then this spring we had my son that passed away. He helped me set up the cemetery.
Oh, okay.
And he was 57 when he died, and he wanted to be buried by that big pine tree. Well, you can't get much closer than that. You can see the lake goes clear around it here. Yeah. Isn't this gorgeous?
There is something about it. There really is. It's like as soon as you took us on the 4-wheeler, it was just so, it felt magical, like your land. It really does. I'm not lying. There's something about it, isn't there, Hunter?
Yeah. That's great. Yeah,
Something
I'm very blessed.
peaceful, like unearthly peaceful.
Let's run down there and we'll take another look.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing this
Oh yeah.
part of your life with us.
Well, it's one of those things that we must all have to go through at one time or another. I've planted rice in here 5 times and haven't been successful yet.
Really?
Yes, it doesn't want to grow in here for some reason. It needs more circulation of water, more aerated water. So, yeah. But this has got 12 feet of water on the other side. It's about 6 out here. There's a shallow point here. But I trap leeches all over in this thing. And minnows. It's full of minnows right now. I could probably take 100 gallons of them out of there.
Really?
Yeah. That's a ricing boat right there.
Oh, wow.
Flat bottom racing boat. We'll see what they look like. There ain't none in there. They got the gate closed. That's why. They don't go in a trap when the gate's closed on it. Someday I hope to put a little cabin on that point. My dogs are all buried out there.
Oh, wow.
Right on the end. So they've all hunted with me out there. So.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, so we have ducks back here. So. This is a sawmill back in here.
A sawmill?
Big one. With a little tiny motor on it. Weighs about 4,000 pounds.
Wow. That's
And it puts out lumber fast. That's a Cat diesel on there. A D318. Pony start, so it'll start in 20 below weather. You start the gas pony and then the pony kicks over the big engine. When it builds compression, you throw the fuel to it and away it goes. So I did all the welding and fabricating on that.
Oh, wow.
So I'm into that kind of stuff too.
Wow.
I'm getting old, you know. So things
Yeah,
change.
well, and you're ricing. That's a lot
And
of
I'm
work.
ricing. Yeah, I ain't got time to do everything. This might be of interest to somebody, it might not be, but that's a 15,000 pound 4-sided planer.
Oh my gosh, that would interest Hunter.
15,000 pounds and does all 4 sides at once.
4 sides at once.
And like a 2x12,
Yep.
it'll go, it's done.
One pass.
One pass, all 4 sides.
What
The
year
planer was made in '34. It was made for Weyerhaeuser Company. It was up in International Falls. It was moved back to Brainerd, to Cross Lake, and now it's here. My kid's gonna have to inherit this and clean it all up. He said, why
Yeah,
don't you sell it?
They're gonna inventory it.
Ah,
That's a cool piece. I love that
Which
blue.
one?
That blue glass.
isn't it? A lot of people like that one.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece.
Beautiful.
I've been offered some big money for that, but I won't sell it.
I just love blue glass, you know.
I do too.
It's so pretty.
You take after me in that respect. You guys know what these are?
Ice pick.
For log?
Logs.
For rolling them?
Rolling them or picking them up or moving logs, yeah. It's called a pickaroon. Pickaroon. There's a Aladdin lamp even out here.
Ah,
I'll bet you it says Aladdin right on there. Aladdin Electric. They made
nice.
'em. And it's brass.
Beautiful.
And it's heavy. And it was cheap, that's why I own it. Oh, bad, ain't I? I enjoy showing off some of my stuff. So.
Yeah, you have to. It's Vernon's museum.
This is wild racing, these buckets that I'm saving for seed.
Oh,
And
nice.
it has to have fresh water on it while it's setting. So I'm going to seed it this fall. That one's got quite a bit in it. So.
Wow.
Sit down. Sit up. No, you're getting crazy. Come on, set her up. Sit up nice. Now smell it. Smell it. Taste it. Now take it real easy. Easy. Packy. Watch Packy. I gotta give you a turn. Packy. Over here. Wait a minute. Now that's come on. Set her up there. Set up nice. Now smell it. Taste it. Okay, now take it easy.
That's brilliant.
This
Oh, I see these tomatoes.
Here. You want one like this?
Whatever you think.
But aren't they huge?
Yes.
And they're just meaty. Really good. Here's the one that's ripe here if you want one to eat. Yeah, my partner's got bigger ones than this. By a lot. He had one that was 34 ounces.
Whoa.
That's a huge tomato, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I like them better with salt, but they're still good. I'm a salt
Same.
freak. What do you think of them?
They're
Yeah.
real meaty, aren't they?
They're really
as can
meaty.
be. I bet I've ate 10 tomatoes today.
10?
Really. Everyone claims to have the best tomatoes, but I think these are a lot better than other people's.
So he said these are Polish
They're
tomatoes.
called Polish tomatoes.
Called Polish tomatoes. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful spot here and I get good sunlight, see?
Yeah.
I'll give you a peek in my greenhouse if you want a peek.
Yeah.
It's full of stuff. Step in.
Ooh, nice and toasty.
I do some fur skinning in here. And hang furs in here, you know, in the winter.
Yeah.
And it got filled with tools, like all my
Yep.
spots, you know. You can't believe that I'd have tools in here. And snares. I'm into too many different things.
Oh, that's a pretty earthenware pot.
Yep, isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
It's cool as heck. You never know what you see around this place. Like
I
told ya.
know.
Yeah.
What's that right there? A squirrel?
No, that's oh, it's the tail end of a mink that an eagle ate.
Oh.
Eagles will eat them out of your traps.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'll bet you don't know what this tree is. You might.
It has these long beans on them.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
guess.
You're right.
I'm gonna guess something.
Okay, guess.
Catalpa.
Ah, you got it. You got
One for
it.
me.
You
Yeah.
gotta take care of your stuff.
Yeah, but you wanted the flowers,
Yeah.
and I need to go and get the birdhouse and the amethyst.
Darn right you do. Don't forget your stuff. She's on a mission. She's having fun.
Oh, she loves this.
She's a good gal. You're really lucky there.
I know.
That's wonderful.
We're always on an adventure.
But that's
But it's great.
what a life.
I know.
Get everything?
Yes, sir.